talk today about how to make the best use of those items that you cannot sell. So they are like challenge rewards or other side game rewards that are worth flowers, but they cannot be sold. Now, I have already done a video about how to make the best use of duplicate items, and these of course are some items that you can sell, like what you get in star boxes. But I'd also like to point out ones that you cannot sell, and show you just some ways that you can still make use of these, either by hiding them completely or by just kind of disguising them a little bit so they don't look like they're just stacked together. Now, why would we want to use these and hide them? There's a couple reasons. One of the reasons is that you will sometimes have hidden space behind things that you don't know. Like behind this, there's actually space for a 2 square item that you might not realize. Same with back here, there's space for a 2 square item behind that, and even right behind here, there's space for a single one. So you are missing out on flower count if you're not making use of all of that space that you might not be able to see. Now, the other reason would be that when you are gifted bushes, and hopefully you're on a team that gifts bushes regularly through a rotation, or at least you're just giving bushes regularly because you get a ton of resources by trading those. But they sometimes just get randomly placed on your island, and more often than not, they get hidden behind other decorations and you don't see them, so you're not able to use those rewards. So what I recommend doing first of all is go through your island and actually just move buildings out of the way and be sure that there's no extra space behind them. Now that has a good amount of space behind it. As I said, that's enough for a whole 2 square item behind it. There's a bunch here. There actually is a little bit more behind that one because you can actually fit 1, 2, and then another row. So there's a lot of space between that, more than you might consider. And then of course these here as well. So go through your entire island, find the extra space, and then go onto your boat and get items, or it could just be on your island right now, that are visible that you don't want showing because they might not match the theme that you have going on. Okay, so find those items and then start hiding them. Now this could be even, like I said, Starbucks items too, or seasonal set items that you want because it's worth more flowers than just say the regular. Like for example, these, which I just showed you, the Plenty of Pigeons, they're worth 30. That's higher than the 10 or obviously the 3 tile ones. So I want them, but I don't want them cluttering up my actual design. So that's why I put them here behind this building. I've got this one here. Now this is the Starbucks item, so I have him hiding there. I have 3 of those. One here, that is the visible one, and then another one that's kind of hiding back here. Now you can still see the birds coming up, which I think is fine. It's just not the entire thing visible. Now let's talk about what to do with, first again, let's get our 2 square items taken care of. Now I've got some things like a bunch of 1 square ones, which we'll do. Okay, now like this was a challenge reward. I believe it was sweep the board, but it doesn't go with anything that I have. It looks like a Chinese New Year celebration, which would be awesome if there was a Chinese set, but there's not. The closest Asian set there is the Japanese one, but that's more of a Zen type set, so it doesn't really go. Now, I don't want to hide it completely because I actually do like the sparkle of it and the tree, but I don't also want it to be like right center stage because it doesn't really match. So I find like this goes best behind like the jazz club and the cinema, and then it kind of has the idea of a party going on behind those elements, but it's just not quite so visible. Let's see what other 2 square items I have in here. Okay, I've got these flowers, which I like. Now that I could sell, but I do like to tuck those in behind buildings again so you don't have any missing unused space. So it looks really pretty right there. And then I don't have, again, a space that's unused. And let's see, this again, I showed you how to use these pavilions. These were Starbucks items. I just love them tucked behind other buildings where they add variety and just you can see that pop of color, but you're not seeing the lady replaced over and over and over again. It's just a pretty little, it just sets it off a little bit in a pretty way. And again, you're not wasting any space on your island, and then you don't get bushes that are hidden or lack of flower count. All right, this lady, let's go with our single ones. I want her completely hidden because she matches nothing. So I'm going to put her back here where you can't see her at all. The same goes with some of these, the private eyes, like your league ones. I don't really care about those. I don't want to highlight them. I don't think they're really that good looking. And now I could put it there. It's basically hidden. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about that spot. Let's see how it looks here. Not bad. It might look like it's just part of the building. And then I'm going to try it down here. I think I like that better. It's a lot more hidden. All right, let's see if I had any other 2 square items that I still need hiding. I don't believe so. Okay, that's good. So now I want to find things that I want completely hidden, as I mentioned. They're cute actually. I just don't like the tile they're on. So they might be good back here where you can see them, but not, you know, the tile part. And actually I might want to see them even a little more than that. I wouldn't mind even seeing how they look over here. Scoot this back, maybe put a bush here instead. And I think that's kind of nice. Okay, let's put this over here so you've got the height that matches a little bit better. And then maybe put a bush like that there. Okay. Let's see. Now this, I don't mind seeing the top of it, but it doesn't really go there. I wouldn't mind it even being with these items where you only see the top. Let's see what it looks like behind. Oops. This, not bad because you've got your other little one there. Let's actually scoot it to where it's right there. There we go. Now that looks really nice because you're seeing that the little, what do you call that? Little cover thing coming out the awning. And it almost looks like it's meant to go with that now. So I like that a lot better. I'm going to put this tree here that can cover up your little Easter eggs that I don't really care to show off. Let's see. I can just put that in there. A little table. Kids playing is fine. This little guy, the shop class, I actually like this by my townhouse. It looks like a shed to me if you only can see the roof part of it. So I actually made a space for it here where you see, look, looks like it's actually part of the house, maybe like a little garage or a shed or something. And so I like to see part of it, but again, I only want to highlight the edge and the roof, not the kids, because that just looks so random to me and it doesn't match anything else. But it looks great like that. The same goes for this. It doesn't match anything else. I think I have hidden it before here where you just really can't even see the flag. So I like it there, or I can possibly stick it in back here. See how that looks. That's kind of fine. I don't mind seeing it there. The little tower is not bad. Let me see where I want this. That's kind of pretty. And let me put a random, oops, I thought that was a space, maybe not. Okay, oh, that's plain grass. What a waste. I don't want a little one flower grass there when I could have a bush that adds more depth. All right, let's check out what to do with that Horns of the Himalayas. I could put him with my other farm animals, but he just looks too mean to me. So I'm gonna stick him in another spot. Oh, let's stick him right there where he's kind of a little bit more hidden. And I'm gonna switch out this tree with this one so that he's even more hidden. Well, I thought he would be, yeah, a little bit more hidden there. This deer, it's pretty, but it's so huge compared to the other animals, it doesn't really go. So I like to hide that. She's pretty, but again, doesn't really go. But I like to have just a teeny bit of her showing, then it makes it look like it makes a little bit more sense. You can stick that bush in there. All right, these guys I definitely want hidden because they're ginormous compared to the other people, so they don't fit. Again, just gonna hide them. Don't want that there. Let's find some space over here. I know I've got some space. Okay, can hide that there. Can hide that there. I like the little ladies, but I don't actually have a good spot for them either. Oh, that's a good spot right there to hide them. Little chess people. No, not there, because I'm going to be actually, oops, let's put these back and then put some trees in front of them. I have a lot of these chess set, but there's 75, flower count, so I would like to actually make use of that. I think I want to actually hide them behind a tree though. Okay, let's see. I think that's all the things I really, really want to hide. And I actually have space, it looks like here, for another floral element that could hide things. Now that doesn't hide super well. I'm considering actually putting a building here when I get the Secrets Completion building. I might do that. Let me see. There we go. Now that hides the chess game. So let us figure out what to do with some more of these things here. Now these are not great high flower count items. I do recommend switching them out when you're able to with some higher flower count items. Let's get our height looking better. I don't like to see the little rim of this type of flower as much, so I prefer to have it where you're just seeing tops instead. There, that looks better. And let's see if I've got space anywhere down here. Oh, that would have been a great hiding spot for something. Put that there. Just packing in these little trees. Okay. Now green grass can go where you actually see grass more visible, so looks good there. I think we need a little bit there. And I don't believe there's any more. Now I can hide a few more things if I want to, which I most likely will do. And what I like to do then, I'm pretending like this is something I actually want to hide, but I just hover over an area where I think there might be space, and then I can place it. Now I don't want to waste that on just a waterfall column actually. I will go, I'll save that space for something that's higher flower count, like 50 or above would be much better use of space there than just the little palm. So again, hover over spacey, that's another great hiding spot. Another one, actually I might put that there, I think it's fine. But I don't want to put any just plain grass in those spots. Anything that's below 30, really preferably nothing below 50 flower count, so that you are not wasting your space, but using it really in the best way possible. So I hope that helps you as you consider how to make use of those items that you are unable to sell, but that don't really fit with your design at all. Let's just make the best use of those as possible. Now the other option as you continue on through your decorating is that you're going to get full. Your islands are going to get full. So keep those items on your boat, and then when you need to move up a scene, make some space, throw a few on there, just enough to get yourself to move up in scenes, to a new scene so you can earn more stars. Then plop them right back on your boat, and then just do it again as you need to move up and then just keep pushing things back. And I'll give you a quick example. Again, my islands, currently I have done sunflower. It's completely decorated like I want. This is laurel. This is waiting for the September seasonal set. I'm going to be doing the German set on this island. So I have some random things on here now that I know for sure I'm going to be using. I'm keeping these paths because I know I will use them just in different ways, but I've just kind of set them up randomly here. But all of these items I do actually plan on using with the German set. Probably won't use these paths. Again, there's another of these little guys. I might actually move him back to the main island and hide him. This was one from April, I believe. She's worth 75. I want her to be visible. She's cute. Eventually you can obviously switch out those items and sell them and get different items for them. But again, they're great to hide behind things. All of these items will go to Snowdrop, which is the next island I'm going to be opening up after Willow. Here's some more things that can be hidden. I'm actually going to pop those down too because I believe I've got space on Orchid to hide those. And let's actually switch things out. I'm going to put the pathway here and the grass here because that's going to be actually used on this island later, and I won't use it on Orchid currently. This is another one I have hidden before behind other buildings, and that works to hide it. I may use it as a set somewhere, but for now I'm just keep pushing it out of the way. Everything else on here probably will be used. I'm going to push these things to Willow, I believe. In fact, let's go to Willow right now and I'll show you what we've got going on there. I've currently scooted my Botanical Bliss items, and the front part of this island looks pretty well how I want it to, up until you get to the palace, and then I've just squished things in here in preparation for opening up more space. Now it's not going to look this way. I will keep these items in, but they'll look, you know, be spread out and be done in a more tasteful way. But for now I just have to open up stars, so I've got a lot more to open up, and as you continue to expand it gets more and more expensive as far as the amount of stars you have to complete and the amount of compasses you need to open up space. So always be getting those expensive items to boost up your flower count. I think I've mentioned before that I plan on getting that 72,000 coin place set. I'm planning to place with my German set here. Probably another one of those greenhouses that's also worth 2,400 flower count. I will place just in order to burst through those scenes and get more stars to continue to progress through the game. Let's look at Sunflower too, because I have several of these, or this whole mindset here as well. So for example, this arch with these ladies, because on this island now I want the wedding to be all finished, and now it just looks like an arch that leads to a path. You don't see the bride. The same with this actual bridal couple, or I mean the bride herself. Now it's just a tree and there's some people hanging out back there, but it's taken the idea of the wedding away from it. I've done the same thing with that pavilion. Again, this pavilion I put all over. The pianist is in there. And behind my pavilion I actually have the seats because that doesn't really match anything. But again, it was one I can't sell, so I want to make use of that anyway. Lots of things hidden in there. I've hidden my room there. Now that again, I can't sell because it's the completion price, but I love it. It's pretty. I just want to kind of highlight it in a different way, so I feel like it looks better that way. What else have I gotten in here? I think some flowers hidden a little bit. There's stuff behind here. Yeah, like even that random path, just because it was worth 30, so I had kept it just because I wanted to increase flower count. So anyway, there's lots of things hidden on this island as well. But I hope that helps you to know how you can be hiding those elements that you can't sell, but you still want to make use of. So you can hide them in such a way where you're using the flower counts, but they're not wrecking your scene, or they're at least disguised in a way that they don't look bad. Okay, and one more really quick way to do this. This you actually can sell, but I'm going to tell you it's worth 1,000 flowers. So I've actually considered getting another one of these and then like switching it out, putting it maybe like right here so that the water part of it is hidden. You're only seeing the like tower part, and it just looks really pretty without being so obvious. So repeating items is a great idea too, especially those high flower count ones. The one thing I love is that this is a Starbucks item. And again, it can be used in several places. Now, it's only 125 flowers, but it's free flowers. You didn't spend any coins for it. So that's why I do like to reuse those items. Just like I shared with this Botanical Bliss Pavilion, it was free. So always want to make use of free stuff when you can. So anyway, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you get sneak peeks at all the new seasonal sets, beginner basics videos, and anything else that will help you in your June's journey. All right, we'll see you later.